Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. Good morning, Rebecca. How are you? Golly, it feels like a long time since we've talked, doesn't it? Good morning, Sue. It just feels like forever. Oh, I'm just ready for COVID to go away so we can see each other again, you know? Just in all realms of life. Good gravy. So, did anyone else happen to watch that basketball game last night? Our Phoenix Suns they weren't able to pull it off. That's all I have to say. I'm not a professional athlete, so I wouldn't want somebody criticizing me and if in my area of expertise, so I will not criticize them. We just, you know what? We just really thought it would happen this time, but always next time. And it was very entertaining. I'm telling you, I will say that I feel like they were two well-matched teams. Because every game was close. It was just back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. So, anywho, blah, blah, blah. So, Miss Keeley is not here today. She is off to see the Van Gogh exhibit in Milwaukee. How amazing is that? I got to see, it's the immersive exhibit. That's the one I got to see in Paris, and it is just, oh my gosh, the most surreal, amazing. I know amazing is an overused word now, but it is just life-changing. It was for me. Good morning, Donna. When we rode the train, the channel, through the channel, I should say, and into France, and from London, and all I kept thinking when I was looking out the window, and you're going so fast. I mean, it's just the French countryside is just whizzing past you, but all I kept thinking was, those are the trees that Van Gogh painted. I'm seeing the same trees that oh my gosh. I was just moved beyond words. It was just fabulous. So I'm praying that she has an amazing time, and I can't wait to hear all about it. But I'm asking if someone could be a timekeeper for me, because you know how I am. I just lose track of time. I don't know how that happens, but I do. I guess I just get all into what I'm doing. Good morning, Naomi. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And good morning, Sharon. Sharon Paxton, you signed up for my, was it Bible journaling? Was it, no, or was it, just a sec, I'm gonna get my little book with everyone's names. Anyway, I need you to ask to join that class. Let's see. Inspire Your Heart with Art. I need you to, I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but I am not able to invite as many people. I don't know why. Facebook is just, it's just having a mood. And so I need you to go to the search Facebook gray subject line and type in Inspire Your Heart with Art 3, and then a little picture and an icon will pop up. You need to click on that and ask to join, and I will let you in. Okay? Sharon, please, please, please do that. Because I tried to invite you, and like it just won't let me, it only lets me invite certain people, and there's no rhyme or reason to the why. I have no idea. Anyway, if you are brand new here, thanks, Sharon. If you are brand new here, I would appreciate it if you would follow and like me at Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And if you guys would, like my posts including my videos, my live videos, all of that helps me. It doesn't cost you anything, and it just helps me a lot. It helps me get my word out more, further my reach. Anyway, and all of the technical blah blah blah, it just helps me. If you would just like as many things as possible, if you would comment as much as possible. I'm trying very hard when I see something I like to just comment, to just say what I'm thinking. I don't know why we do that. I don't know why we like scroll past things and not just say it. Do you know what I mean? I mean, please only say kind things. But you know how it goes. Anyway, I'm gonna do a little bit of shameless plugs this morning because I have a new class to share with you guys. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. And then tomorrow I'll show you what we're going to make in that class. But today I'm going to do shameless plugs of the other classes, and then give you a little flip through of my wordsmith art. Okay, so first let's talk about Whimsical Lettering with Anne, July 2021. That you can find it and sign up for it on my website, Corbiere-Scott and it is listed under featured classes. Every month we practice our whimsical lettering, which is the faux calligraphy font that I created myself. And then we also play with a brand new font. So we always have 2 hand-drawn fonts that I've drawn especially for class. And so this month we are going to do whimsical lettering and blocky botanical. And so oh my gosh, I have so many ideas. My head is just full of fun applications for this. We play with prompts, and I do everyone's names. Anyway, and then I take pictures of those things and I post them in the group. So if you join one of my classes, be sure to utilize the groups. The groups they're private, and that's where you can get my undivided attention. Do you know what I mean? And your fellow classmates, their undivided attention, because everyone is so talented and so creative. They are always on a weekend, Donna, because, well, I guess because I started it that way, and now I don't want to mess up my schedule for people. Like, they know that it'll always be on a Saturday or a Sunday. So for the classes I teach myself are always on a Saturday. Teach within Anne Corbiere-Scott designs are always taught on a weekend. But like I said, you can always watch my classes live, or you can watch them on the replay, and as often and as much as you want. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can watch them over and over and over again if you want. And like I said, utilize those groups. If you have a question, ask it there. I try really hard to pop in and out as much as I can. Okay, the next class is the one that Sharon just signed up for, Inspire Your Heart with Art 3, Art Journaling Workshop. And Sharon, I will tell you that we are going to be doing, each month we do a different style of art. We do a different what's the word I'm looking for? Mediums. We do, like, each month we just try something new and fun. And so to sign up for that, you'll also go to Corbiere-Scott and look under featured classes. So for this class, we're going to be, in July, we're going to be doing paper painting. And so I've done a couple of videos this week and last on, Sunday and Monday, maybe. I did 2 videos sharing like how I create some art papers for our paper painting process in this class on Sunday. So be sure to, if you're intrigued with art journaling and you're intrigued with playing with some new, just some new and funky techniques, if you want to stretch your creative muscle, this is the class for you. So, and it's $15 for 3 months of art journaling, which, how can you beat that? $5 a class. Anyway, that is that. And then you can, and also you can sign up for this also, like I said, on my website under featured classes. I'm going to set those aside, and now I'm going to share, here we go. Let's get artsy with our Bibles. So this is kind of a, this is kind of like art journaling in your Bible. I don't do any kind of preaching or anything like that. That's between you and God. I just show you cool artsy ways to interpret the word. Do you know what I'm saying? So Let's Get Artsy with Our Bibles is going to be held this Saturday, as will Whimsical Lettering. And you can also sign up for that on Corbiere-Scott under featured classes. On Saturday, this class is from 9 to 11, and then Whimsical Lettering is from noon to 2, just so you know. And each month we have a different theme, I try to draw hand-drawn art, but then I also try to give you a couple different verse choices, because, you know, if you've been doing it for a while, you might have done one of those verses already. Okay, let's see. So now I want to share with you a class that I developed, probably 6 or 7 years ago. And the last time I taught it was in March of 2020. Remember way back then when the world kind of went to pot? Anyway, but lots of people have asked me to bring it back, and so I have. So it is called Wordsmith Art, and it is in an old dictionary. So it's art journaling, very much like Bible journaling, only we're doing it in a dictionary. And so if you are more secular, or if you are, if you just like creating art on top of words, which is me, this is the class for you. It will be on the last Saturday of the month, which I believe is July 31st. 30 days, have September, April, June, all and November, all the rest of it. Yes, the 31st. Okay, so I'm going to show you the how what I've done in the past, and then tomorrow, in tomorrow's pop-in paint party, I will show you what we're going to create in this next class. And so let's see, here we go. Here's one. There are always flowers for those who want to see them. So, you know, I'm all about fun quotes, and you'll always do probably a little bit of hand lettering in this class, and then we just create all kinds of stuff. And I have a couple of When Life Gives You Hands, Make Handmade. That's one that we did a long time ago. Love Anyway. I love that. That was a super fun one to do. Here's a little something that I just kind of started and didn't finish. Story of my life. Ask, Believe, Receive. This was finger painted roses. That was super fun. Let's see. Color and Shape. I loved this one. Mandala. Come on. I'm all about that. George O'Keeffe quote. Life is tough, but so are you. And this one I used a stamp I created for Scraps of Love. Here is Tree of Life. That was super fun and took a little while to lay out, but I love the results. So I have a couple of these, a couple of dictionaries to show you because you know I can't stop myself. Sometimes I test out techniques like this. You know my rule about all never wasting color. So if I had extra color or extra, color on a stencil, I always stamp it on something. So here's one about art in kind of a funky, abstract-y way. I did do my, I washi taped a lot of the edges of this dictionary, and then I believe that I, okay, here we go. I think I did the first page of each letter. I think that was my thinking way back then. So here's another version of that kind of abstract-y, funky art style. And then I also, you'll notice that almost all of my quotes are from artists. So here is Art is a Line Around Your Thoughts by Klimt. Here's Never Forget How Wildly Capable You Are. And so we always highlight the word. And I think, Sue, maybe you did this one at Susan's store. I think. Sprinkle kindness like confetti. Let's see, what else do I have? It's so crazy to go back and see these because it's like visiting old friends, you know? The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. I kind of love her. Look at this. Here is a jelly plate print and then some hand lettering and some die cut lettering. Kindness is golden. A simple hello could lead to a million things. I mean, this is all in the style of Anne, of always looking to on the sunny side of the street, you know. Imagine, this was Bonnie Krebs style. I wanted to play with that a little bit. Be kind. This, I saw a version of this on the internet somewhere, and I don't remember the person's name, but I will try and do some digging and see if I can find it. This I loved. It was so fun to do. Let's see. Okay. Make your own mark. So I did kind of like a paint palette and in rainbow order. Let's see. Show mercy to yourself and others. And this was a super fun technique that I want to revisit with it'll come back to me. Sorry, guys. Is your motive pure? And then we did some hearts with brush markers. So I feel like all of these techniques are ones that then you can take into the rest of your creating. Protect your piece. This was also one that I did at Susan's store. And then peacock feather. That was super fun to paint. Flower or weed, because some people think of the poinsettia as a weed, and some think think of it as a flower. It's not what you look at that matters. It's what you see. I loved that quote. Okay, here is jelly plate printing on deli sheets, and this I did this in honor of my friend Laura, who I designed this stamp set for, who sadly passed from cancer. But I wanted to pay tribute to her in any way I possibly could because she was just the most delightful. And I think, oh, no. Be you, do you, for you. Oh, I thought that was a really good one. Okay, so that gives you a little taste of what that class will entail. And so be sure to check that. And tomorrow, like I said, I'll show you what we're going to do in this month's class next on the, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. So we will have lots of artsy fun together. So let's play with, hey Penny, hi Donna, hey Carol. Oh my goodness, so many people are here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So let's play with, so here's the ones that we started yesterday on the Aunt Marge. And I, you know what, I'm kind of at a standstill because I know I want to paint the background something. I just haven't figured that out yet. So I have some blank. So you'll see that I cut it in 4 to create 4 A2 cards. But remember that you can do so many things with it. You can, with Aunt Marge, you could do 3 slim lines. I don't know how many mini slim lines you could do. I still haven't done any of those, but I need to just because I want to play with a new format, you know, that's always fun. So I'm going to just start painting. Everybody make sure that you have a nice cool drink. Nice and refreshing. I was gonna go back and look at these combos of colors because remember when I did my little test strip, we talked about that green and red are opposite on the color wheel, and that's awful pretty. And then we talked about, I just loved those, that purple and silver and that kind of light green. And so I'm feeling like, so I did the center silver and I did these little sprigs silver, but I just don't know what I want to do with my background on this one either. So I'm still kind of hemming and hawing about that. So let's just start painting these other 2 panels. And so I'll set those aside and that one aside. So today, on top of my mat, I have 2 sheets of deli paper that I have, look at, I've used it in a million different ways. I've used it with jelly plate printing. I've used it, you name it. But I just want to keep, remember we're just building and building and building our arsenal of art papers. So let's move that so I don't get confused. So I've tried to activate my watercolors already. Let's do that one more time. And then we can fiddle around with some colors of these poinsettias. So I'm gonna grab my little my bag of brushes and think about, so be sure to like I said, always put something underneath when you're painting or applying color of any kind, because all of that it'll just continue to grow and grow and grow before you know it. If you do not have some deli paper, I know that you can get it at like Smart and Final. I don't know where you know, different places in the country or the world where what you have access to. But if you would like me to send you a couple sheets, just let me know and I will. When I was at, see if anybody remembers, when I was in California in the spring, we went to the Carlsbad Flower Gardens, which, can I just tell you, oh my gosh, fields and fields and fields of ranunculus. Oh my gosh, they were so gorgeous. Anyway, there was a whole exhibit of a billion different kinds of poinsettias and kind of the story behind each of them. It was just crazy. They were so beautiful. Like, some had really curly petals, some were almost like an orange color, some were pink, some were white, some were like a cream color, some were yellow. It was crazy. But I think, I mean, you can certainly take some artistic license with an art printable, right? You can paint them whatever color you want. Hi, Dawn. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are painting on my brand new art printable. This one is called Aunt Marge. So, I name all of my art printables after influential women in my life. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. If you do, buy me a bunch more. And I'm telling you, Jan, if you do go there, buy me a bunch more. Because it's like type. So Jan is talking about when I was on a road trip with my sister not long ago. We stopped at this restaurant in Marionette, Wisconsin, and our food was served on this amazing deli paper, honestly. And so I kind of fell in love with it, and I was so sad because our greasy food was on it, and then I was like, anyway, I just fell in love with it. So I asked the waitress, I said, can I have some more of this? And she said, sure. How much do you want? And I said, 20 sheets. And she said, okay. So she went back and talked to the owner, and he said he'd have to charge me because, they don't get it for free. Like 10 cents a sheet. I was like, are you kidding? I should have said 50 sheets. But anyway, I'll show you what it is. So, deli paper is exactly what it sounds like. It's the stuff that they wrap your sandwiches in the deli. But look at, this is the one that I got at that restaurant. Oh! I just am madly in love with it. So seriously, Jan, if you do, let me know. But if anybody wants some regular old deli paper, I can stick that in an envelope. So let me know your thoughts on that. So, I know. That's crazy though, isn't it? You should totally use it. I know, because somebody, I saw this quote about saving something for something good. Do you know what I mean? Like saving it for good. And they thought, the quote was something about that, like, today's a good day. Today's a good day. We should just use it today. So I'm going to dry my red so that my yellow or my green doesn't bleed because I kind of have an idea now. So I feel like I want to, hi Linda. I feel like I want to I want a blue background, I think. So I'm going to make a nice watery wash of this turquoisey blue. And I'm just going to use a big brush and just take my time. Don't you think, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like this, like blue against that, if I do a blue background with poinsettias, they, it just pops. I don't know, it just makes me happy. Today's a good day. Today's a good day. Well, Linda and Dawn, I would love it if you would, since you're brand new here, I would love it if you would follow and like Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And then please ask to join Let's Get Artsy with Anne Corbiere-Scott. That's our private Facebook group. It's just the best. So Jan, if you would post in that group, I would greatly appreciate it. I want people to see that there's added benefits for being part of the group. And so I'm going to start adding content that's only in that private Facebook group. I have all kinds of little ideas. And like some incentives for being part of our private Facebook group, and some to join the private Facebook group, you need to you need to answer 3 questions, and one of those questions is would you like to keep up with what's happening in the artsy world of Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs? And to do that, you get to sign up for my newsletter. There's a place to sign up for it right here on the Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs page. But there's also, you can also sign up for it when you ask to join the private Facebook group. And so then you'll get to receive some newsy, like just this newsy mail from me once a week, every Friday. I promise there's no paragraphs in it. It's mostly pictures and little blurbs of information. Oh my gosh, I'm loving that. Oh, thanks so much, Jan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. I learn from all of you too, that's for sure. So I'm going to set this one aside. That's the cool thing about painting multiples at once. Like by cutting this art printable apart, you can create all kinds of things. Multiple, like over and over and over again. So I feel like I want to do a blue background on this one too. So I'm going to set this one aside and go back in and do a blue background on this one. And isn't it kind of a nice feeling to do, like, to kind of have a little head start on your Christmas cards? I'm kind of digging that idea. Who thought up Christmas in July? I want to thank them. It's a brilliant idea. And it, you know, I like Christmas music. You're right, Sue. And I sure like my peaceful process of painting, you know? So, you know, we've talked about this in the past, that if you have an excess amount of paint in one little area, be sure to just kind of dip your brush in there and then pull that paint to another area. You can, because your brush kind of acts like a little bit of like a sponge. And so, there we go. But like I said, take your time. Remember, this is our peaceful process. We try to have a little bit of peaceful process every day. I don't care if it's 10 minutes, it's while you're watching TV in the evening, early in the morning, when you're having your coffee. Just take time every day for a little bit of creativity. It has a marked effect on our outlook on life, and during this crazy time, don't we all need any help we can get on an outlook on this? I mean, there's so little we can do about a pandemic and all the strife in the world, but we can control our outlook and how we view the world, you know? That's for sure. And there are days when it is hard, believe me, I know. But when I concentrate on the good, I bought this piece that I'll share tomorrow because it's on the windowsill, but it says, choose to see the good things. And that, oh my gosh, I kind of live by that. Because you get to choose what you fill your head with, right? I can choose fill my head with ick or nice things. Why would I choose to fill my head with ick? You know? This is, oh my gosh, that blue is making me so happy. I don't know exactly what color I want to do my pine boughs, but I'm feeling like maybe the same green, and then these little sprigs, maybe the yellow. I don't know. I'm going to set this one aside to dry. And then let's do this. Whoops. Remember, try to clean your brush off on whatever underpaper you're using. I know it looks like the paint is all beating up, but it does, look, it dries, and then look at, that's kind of cool with the bubbles. I like that. Okay, so let's talk about creating some different color poinsettias. So this one I did purples because I just love that purple, that minty green and silver together. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do next on this one. I really feel like I want to do silver background, but then that's going to lose, these will be lost. But maybe if I do like a watery silver, what do you think? I think I'm going to give it a try. So let's see, here we go. Metallic silver. So I'm wondering if I just squirt some of the, so these are those Altenew watercolor brush markers. So I'm gonna do just some on my deli paper here, and then I'm going to add some water. So I'm just making like watercolor paint. Just remember that every single thing that is water-based, you can make into watercolor paint. And for me, that's magic. So I'm gonna wet my brush, tap it off, and then I'm gonna come in here mix that water with the silver, and then I'm just going to come in and do kind of a rough, loose watercolor wash on the you know, in the background. So I'm going to just paint just as I would if the sprigs were a different color. I'm just kind of going in between the petals. Remember to give yourself some grace. Turn that paper. The more we turn the paper, oh my goodness, the more, the easier it is on your hand and your strokes. So there's no reason to have your hand all contorted in a crazy situation when you can just turn your paper. It's not nailed down to the table. And even if you were painting on a bigger piece, move your body then. Move until your hand is in a comfortable position for painting. It makes such a huge difference. You know what's so crazy? I was just noticing there was just a little bit of an overshot of purple paint onto the background, and then I mixed that silver with it. Oh, that's making my brain think about mixing purple and the silver, like making a silver that has kind of a purpley cast to it. Oh, that might be cool. There we go. Just filling in all those spaces. It's really pretty, isn't it? I just feel like just that little bit of silver background. I just feel like the background is really, I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling it this morning. You know what? Tomorrow morning, I might think of something entirely different. But today, this is what I'm feeling. Okay. I want to try and do all those places where we know it's going to be a little bit, there'll be a little bit more shade, like in between the petals. And we just want to do this subtly at first and then build it as we go along. Right? Oh, happy accident is all the go. I kind of live by that, Donna. Okay, so let's wipe that off. Wash our brush. I'm kind of digging it too, Penny. The purple is really... And then it's making me think about like other colors that I could paint the last panel. Or another whole panel of them. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Hey Sharon, how is Nebraska this morning? I hope all is well with you. I just know that someday we'll be able to hug again. Goodness. I don't know. This one, because we used the silver on it, I mean, I still have a ways to go on just completing this, but I'm feeling like maybe when I'm done with the whole painting, I can just spray some shimmer spray on top. Because don't you think it would just lend itself to shimmer spray? And then do my stitched edge. I just love that. But I've also been playing with this idea What do you guys think about like painting a whole card front, right? Painting this whole thing and then embossing the whole thing. Don't you think that might be cool? What do you think? I think that might be kind of cool. So now I'm gonna do the same thing with these pine boughs, where I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit of color onto my deli paper. Don't you think that would be cool, Donna? To the embossed, I just feel like that might be super cool. So I'm just adding some water to this green. This green, I will say, this emerald green from in the Altenew watercolor brush markers is very intense. So I feel like it needs a lot of water. It needs to be watered down a lot. Because look at all that water, and look at it's still super dark, super intense. So look at that. It's still super intense. So I think water is certainly its friend. So I'm going to just kind of do a jiggy jaggy wash of color, and then I'm going to take a paper towel and just dab it off, and then continue to build it. Do you know what I mean? Dab off the heavy stuff. So I have like this washy base to build from. And now I can certainly wipe off my brush and then tap it off. And then I can come in. You know what? Maybe I'll use a different brush. Because I'm feeling like, what if... This one's a little bit smaller. This is a 2, I believe. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to come in and get some of that color on there, and then just do that jiggy jaggy. I'm just going to go right down the center. So we're going to automatically build up some dimension with just this, just dabbing some color down the center of those pine boughs. We're going to let that dry, and then remember we're going to soften the edge. So let's dry that. And I've noticed that that the Altenew watercolor brushes, this color doesn't blend as easy as just watercolor, so I'm gonna not dry it all the way to complete dryness. And then I'm just going to soften those edges with my jiggy jiggy, right? Pull more of that color down the center. And this is just gonna be a slow build of dimension, I think. There we go. And then the same thing here. See how this is like, it's taken a little bit more work to blend this out. So keep wetting that brush and then tapping it off on your paper toweling. So you're just going in with a damp brush, pull that color down the center again. Color on your paper towel. I see I have a little bit of, there we go. Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. That's good. And now we have one last pine bough. So we're gonna just work that, like the little bit of a puddle of color. Work that right down the middle of that pine bough. Wipe off the excess on your deli paper or whatever your under paper is. Because all of that little bit of color all of that addition of bits and bits and bits of color just build into something amazing when we make art with our art. Okay, let's see. Oh, so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna dry that, and now I think I'm gonna concentrate on my yellows. So I think that I wanna do the center of this poinsettia yellow, obviously, like this one, and then these two sprigs. Maybe they're like goldenrod or something, I don't know. So let's bend that while it's warm and pliable. All right, let's see. I think I used this citrus burst. So I'm just gonna add a little bit there, and then let's just do here, here. Yep. Kind of liking that. What do you think? I'm kind of digging that. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, I'm digging that. I feel like that just gives it a little bit of a pop, don't you think? So maybe we'll set this one aside to dry. I'm loving this, painting these in, having like 4 things going at once. I feel like that's really, it's just fun. You know what I mean? Everybody take a drink. Okay, so now I started this with, didn't I start this with watercolors? My Josie Lewis. But you know, like I said, you can do whatever you want, right? I think I want to do my leaves this brighter green as a base. See what happens. Add a little. And remember we talked yesterday, so I have some watery green here. I'm gonna tap that off, clean my brush. Now I'm gonna take just a dab of that red, right? And mix it with my green. And we're gonna automatically get a deeper green, right? It's just gonna knock it down like just a little bit. But you notice, like, I barely put any paint on, I barely put any of the red on my paintbrush before I blended it. But I just want you guys to try blending some colors, because it just opens up this great big world of colors. You'll have so many, oh my gosh, so many possibilities. Okay, there. Let's do this one. I want them to be all different. Oh, I'm kind of digging that. Oh, here. Isn't that funny? You're looking, and all this, then you're like, how did I miss something? Who knows? But I feel like these, let's do, I think one of these over here is a deeper green. So let's do this green here. We're mixing it with this green. So we just have a different kind of shade of green. So let's add some water. There's just something about the power of mixing your own colors that you just know that, like, nobody in the world is going to have the exact shade as you, because you hand mixed that. So it's, do you know what I mean? It's all you. Yep. Loving that. So do you see how just by tapping my brush, because do you see how I have all this excess paint? I can come back and move some of that paint over here. Then I'll have some nice highs and lows. I'll move it here toward the center. And my brush is super full of paint still, so I can just tap it off onto my deli paper. Clean my brush, tap it off on my paper towel. There, you can see what I'm doing. Sorry. How is everyone? Now I'm feeling like I don't know what I want to do with these yet. I'm not sure exactly. So let's just dry this and maybe I'll think of something. Anybody have any ideas? Oh my gosh, now I'm so excited about the embossing, the painted piece. Oh. I'm super excited about that. Oh, gold. Well, I was going to start with a watery wash of yellow, of this yellow here. And this yellow is kind of a more lemony yellow. Thanks, Sue. God bless you. Let's do a little bit here. Let's see what the different, because the yellow that I used on this panel is called Citrus Burst, but do you see, I think it's a warmer yellow. This is a cooler yellow. So let's see what happens, right? Pull that yellow off my brush, rinse, and tap it off onto my paper towel. I know, it goes so fast, doesn't it? It does go so fast. But remember, we're going to meet again tomorrow, and tomorrow you get to see the artwork for Wordsmith Art and even more creation with these 2 art printables. Since I did 2 art printables in 1 week, I felt like I needed to really share different aspects of them. Can I tell you how much I'm loving that blue background? I'm loving it, loving it. But you know what I was noticing over here? This should be blue. So little by little. Isn't that crazy how I could do this all day too, Sue. But you know, I do have other work to do. Dang it. I will tell you, paper towels are your best friend when you're painting. All right, let's see. Clean that brush. Tap it off. I'm wondering if I take a little bit of this deeper green and I just kind of dab it in the center of these pine boughs. Tap it off and then pull that out ever so slightly with a super damp brush. Like, it's not super damp, but a brush that I've pulled most of the moisture out of. So it's not completely dry brushing, but it's not soaking wet. Look at the depth that just that created. I'm loving that. Okay, let's do the same thing here. Pull some color down the center. Yep. Rinse that brush, tap it off. Is anyone painting with me today? Are you just watching? Not just watching, I should say, or are you watching? I'm trying to not say just as much as possible. Like, you know when people say, I'm just a mom. You're not just a mom, right? Lots of things. Now that feels like it's really, this is the focal point. And so I know that now I need to really build up my flowers, I feel like. Because when I look, you know, when you're painting, you're so on top of it that you need to look away and come back. And when you look away and come back, you see it differently with fresh eyes. So I always try super hard to just walk away, and then come back and look at it with fresh eyes, because you're going to see things that you didn't see before. Like now I'm really seeing, like when I added that darker green, that totally changed the whole look of my painting. And so I need to kind of ponder my next moves. But look what we did today. Look what we did today. Thank you, Aunt Marge, for your inspiration. She's amazing. I wish you guys could all meet all these amazing women in my life. Cool. All right. So I will bid you adieu and thank you for taking time out of your busy lives to create with me each morning. Have some peaceful practice with me. Start your day in a peaceful way. And I will be back tomorrow with even more artsy fun. I adore you all so tremendously. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.